Hey everyone, welcome back to another Death Frontier 2 video. Today we're doing finally another boss guide. Today we're going to be doing the boss guide on my most hated boss in this entire game, called Fingers, or Fingerhead, by Neil, whatever you want to call it. I hate this boss with a passion. Okay, so it's called Fingers, or Fingerhead, whatever you want to call him. Arsehole, that's one name I like to prefer. He is found in level 10 zones and above. Pretty standard boss for the most part, for the mutations anyway. And his special ability is called Blinding Sight. Now, that's not the official name. I want to point this out because I always give them names, but I don't have official names for them. These are names I come up with, just to give the boss a bit more interest. I don't know. So yeah, Blinding Sight is pretty much what I've coined his ability name. Finger's special ability is that he can blind, stun, and hurt you when you look in his general direction. If you look anywhere above his waist sort of area, then that's where it'll start to affect you, the blindness of it. And if you look at him for any more than like 1.5 seconds or something like that, you'll get hurt. The way this works is really annoying because it doesn't have a sort of counteract to it other than just shooting him in the waist. Now, you would think, well, I can just look away and then I can look back at him and it'll reset, right? No. If you look at him, you manage to get a shot on him and you were blinded for a little bit but weren't hurt. If you look away, that does not reset. So as soon as you start looking back at him, you're going to get hurt again. It's hard to explain, but that's basically what it is. The timer on hurting you does not reset when you aren't looking at him, which sucks. The gear I'm going to be using for this boss is, I'm pretty sure I was using a Mauser rifle to shoot him, but you could use any level 5 sort of pistol or rifle, whatever. Shotgun would be best, just because you are not going to have much time to be accurate with this boss. So I would recommend a shotgun or a rifle. As for supplies, this one's a bit more confusing because it depends on what method of killing this guy that you're going for. For method 1, I would recommend bringing a little bit of ammo, like 50 bullets per weapon for the standard one. But I managed to take him out with 50 bullets in my Mauser yesterday using method 1. For method 2, bring as much as you can because that's going to be the one where you're not going to be doing anywhere as much damage. Okay, so for this boss I decided to go with multiple methods. I haven't got any other multiple methods for the other bosses, but the reason I have for this one is because he's a bit more tricky to get the hang of. He's probably the hardest of the first 3 mutated bosses. He's not hard, like he's not definitely going to take a long time to kill. In a lot of cases it won't take that long to kill him, but the methods are pretty important. Okay, so method 1 is the method that I was using in the gameplay that we're going to be going into just after all this. Basically method 1 is to bait Fingers to get to a position where you can then quickly do a flick shot and get your shot on target. There's no way you're not going to get hit during this process unless Neil changes something later on that makes this boss a bit easier. There's no way you're not going to get hurt by his blinding sight. So bring a few meds, keep yourself stocked up on stuff. Method 1 should work out if you're decent at aiming and doing those flick shots. So yeah, if you played any game like CSGO or Quake or whatever, you should be okay at flick shots. Just, it's hard to explain, but basically all you got to do is just, aim at a certain direction, get your aim ready so that it's like as short as the reticle can get, and then as soon as Fingers is right by your face and you're going to get a good shot, quickly flick, shoot, flick back again and quickly run away from him, because that'll obviously stun him hopefully, and also will not cost you health. It will in some situations because it adds up constantly to the point where you're going to get hurt. It sucks, but that's just the way it works. But that's how I did it in the video, and we'll demonstrate that in a minute. Method 2 is very simple, but very unfun, and very ammo costly. Basically all you got to do, just aim at his waist. Make sure you're out of his blinding area, and just keep shooting at his waist until he dies. I think in some situations you may be able to actually gib his legs off so that he'll fall on the ground, and just be crawling, which will make it a lot easier. So you could try that, but I have never actually managed to do that myself. I've seen it happen in multiplayer, I've never done it on solo, but it's always worth a try. But that's basically how you do the waist guide. Okay, so I'm just killing a zombie here to get into the boss room and all that. I think I was about level 10 at this, level 10. I'm level 11 now, but I was level 10 at this point. And I wanted to get some Fingers gameplay. I finally found him. I think I was in like Duntsville or something like that. But as you can see, he blinds you, and it's very difficult. He's also increased the speed of these bosses. Like, Fingers is probably the fastest boss next to like the Roid, Hulk, and Tendril, which is kind of scary actually. But you really got to be careful. You got to kill off the zombies as well. The zombies got a bit of becoming a bit of an annoyance in the game. But as you can see right there, I just got out of his blinding zone. Made sure to quickly do a flick, and it is working. The only problem is I'm getting hurt by it, so you got to be really careful. A good thing to do is try and bait him around any corners you can, because then he will not be directly looking at you, and you'll be able to get easy shots on him without getting blinded. So if you're getting an opportunity to do that, try and take it, because it can help you extensively fighting this piece of shit. Eventually you will have to deal with the zombies. The zombies can be quite an annoyance, especially the ones that run after you and stuff. So just try and take them out without using too much ammo. I don't like shooting the worms, but I had to because this guy was pretty fast. But you can see I tried to shoot him in the leg there, didn't get blinded by it. But it's not worth it, especially if you're using a rifle. At that point you might as well just use an SMG. An SMG would probably be pretty good for Method 2 actually. People who are new to the game, SMGs don't have a lot of use right now. I don't care what people say, they don't. They're not as viable as the other weapons. Not when you've got a, not when they're that ammo costly. It's just pointless compared to just having better precision with other weapons. I haven't fully upgraded my SMGs or anything like that, so maybe then they'd be a bit better. I don't know. You could obviously decrease the spread, but I don't think it's as worth it as just going for like melee expert or shotgun expert or anything else expert, really. Pistols are probably the second least useful. They're still good weapons, but they're not obviously anything you should be going for bosses. I wouldn't use a speed 6 on a boss, personally. But as you can see, I'm just getting in position, then flicking him. Literally going up to him, flicking him. As you can see, he was going around a corner there, and you couldn't directly see his head, but you can still get the headshot without him blinding you, which is a good thing, which is what I'm trying to do. In a way, I'm trying to bait him. I'm trying to get him in a position like that. There you go. That's a good idea there. Some rooms probably won't have that. It'll make it a little bit harder, but hopefully your room will. It's always best to find these bosses in like small areas. I don't know exactly what to call them, like diners or just any sort of like restaurant type building, because not only the key's really close by to the door, but there's only one door with a key in most cases. So you better find the boss super easy. I apologise for the lack of uploads recently. I've been sort of demotivated, mainly because I just want to play the game. Not gonna lie to you. And I haven't really thought about doing any actual live commentaries on the game. I've mainly been doing live streams. But you can see this is sort of like a working strategy. Sometimes I miss, but most times I'm on. It just takes a bit of trial and error. Try and deal with the zombies as fast as you can. Deal with the worms if they drop any. I tried to do with the melee here because I was running out of ammo and I just didn't want to waste ammo on a stupid zombie. I could hear there was a worm, so I tried to deal with that. Quickly move away from him because he is pretty fast compared to the others. It's definitely a boss fight that I would not want to take if I had the choice. I'd rather just go and kill like a choir or the mother. And there you go. Doesn't have an immense amount of health, just takes a bit of trial and error, so yeah. Forgotten what the loot I got was. Oh yeah, rare speed 6. But that is pretty much it. So that's pretty much how you kill the boss. Hopefully this guide helped. It's a lot more confusing to make because there's two methods. I would have shown off method 2, but I didn't have enough ammo on me to do that. But it's very simple. Just shoot him in the kneecaps, make sure you take out the zombies. Pretty much the same as the other thing, except you're not going to take anywhere near as much damage because you're shooting him in the kneecaps. In addition to method 2, you could also melee him, but it's definitely not worth it, so I wouldn't bother. But yeah, that's pretty much this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Hopefully this helps some of you. I don't know when I'm going to do the Roid, Hulk or Tendril guide. That's going to be a scary one to do because I still haven't beaten them yet in the full game. So we shall see how that goes. But I appreciate everyone watching as always. Twitter, Instagram, all that shit's in the description. I don't actually have Instagram, but I have Twitter. So go follow me on there if you want to see stupid things from me. And yeah, subscribe for more Dead Frontier 2 stuff, because I'm planning to do some more Dead Frontier 2 stuff. Don't know what, but just planning on doing it, so, you know, stick around. I do a stream every night, roughly 10 p.m. BST. I start streaming, although my schedule might change soon. I'm still sort of all over the place, but we'll figure that out. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.